This is an ideal project for the Department of Commerce. It brings together two of our great departments, the Department of Economic Development and Competitiveness, which I work in, and also our Department of Energy. It's a really exciting project that came across my desk about a year and a half ago. Some folks from the community reached out and said, could you help move this forward? I didn't know much about the technology, and the more I learned, the more excited I got about it. The electric hydrofoil ferry has two distinct advantages. It is a zero emissions vessel, so no emissions whatsoever, but the other great environmental benefit is that it has zero weight, and so it's going to be protecting our great waters here of Puget Sound.
One of the unique things about the Glosten beaker foil ferry, and this is, we're the only ones actually in the world to have developed this particular technology, is we have a collision absorption system, and that's because Puget Sound has a lot of logs, and that's a greater risk here than really anywhere. So if we can show that we've designed a system that can contend with that primary risk of hydrofoiling vessels, in other words, we can design something that's safe and reliable to operate in waterways that have debris, then we think that will demonstrate that we can operate this anywhere. So that's why we're so excited to have gotten this Department of Commerce Clean Energy grant to design a small-scale demonstrator.
This is going to be a passenger-only vessel. It's going to be a long time before we have a car vessel that is capable of running on batteries or on hydrofoils. But it also very much aligns, more importantly, with what the residents of Washington State care about. They care about protecting the environment. Our ferry system is critical for folks both to get to and from work, as well as recreational opportunities and tourist opportunities. So I just see this as a win-win for the Department of Commerce, for the state of Washington, and for the environment.
We've got congested roads, and not only is that a carbon problem, but just an economic problem. And we have these wide open, beautiful waterways, and saw an opportunity to bring zero emissions, high speed, ultra efficient transportation to connect our economic centers.
The initial route will be owned and operated by Kitsap Transit, which is running ferry service now between Bremerton and Seattle, and that would be the route moving forward. I will say though, there are communities all across Puget Sound that are very interested in this technology.
And Washington State is positioned as really the perfect place in the world to be building this technology. We've got obviously a robust aerospace industry, and the materials that are used to construct foil ferry are the same that are used to construct the modern airplanes. And so we've got all the infrastructure we need. Of course, we have the robust maritime leadership and history here to join the aerospace and marine expertise we have into projects exactly like this one.
It was really one of the most forward-looking projects of the Climate Commitment Act. When I think about what this means for Washington State, we have to start somewhere, and it's really not that far out in the future. We are anticipating being able to get a demonstration boat on the water in the next 2 years. My personal goal is to have that boat on the water for the World Cup. There are 8 billion people that will be watching the World Cup and seeing our great Seattle waterfront, and I want them to see Washington State innovation on the water and get excited about what can be built here in Washington.